What's up, world? Welcome to a new episode of the BrandonJaneauShow. As you already know, I am Brandon Janeau, and like always, man, I'm on all podcast platforms everywhere. I don't know what the hell why this shit is so glory. I don't know. I'm been trying to figure this shit out. But it's so fucking glow. I don't know what's going on, but sorry about that. um, but I am Brandon Janeau. Like always, podcast platforms, all audio platforms, Brandon Janeau Show. Sometimes it's together, sometimes it's separate. At the end, you might have to space it. At the end of the day, it's still Brandon Janeau Show. Just like all my social media accounts, TikTok, Instagram, Brandon Janeau Show, even Facebook, Brandon Janeau Show. Um, and like always, YouTube, YouTube channel, Brandon Janeau Show, man. Doing pretty well on YouTube, which is pretty crazy to say. When I started my YouTube channel, I had nobody, and now I got like 91 people subscribed to it. So I'm shocked and thank you. I appreciate this. And tonight I am doing Life and Times with Music. Well, this Life and Times of Music is way different than any other Life and Times of Music because I am finally starting. Um, I don't say a new series. It's just still Life and Times of Music, but it's something new on Life of Times Music. See, I used to do a top 10 list with my family, uh, which I wish I could bring that back soon, with all those amazing people. Um, but this is a top 10 list. And this is for one particular artist, J. Cole. So I have been posting on social media. This is why you should probably follow me on Instagram or Facebook. But I've been posting on social media that I'm going to now start doing a top 10 list of my favorite artists, songs. Songs. So tonight is, like I said, J. Cole. So J. Cole is one of my favorite artists. He's my favorite rapper. He's damn sure my top five rappers of all time. Um, you know, and yeah, he's one of the greatest to ever do it. It's kind of funny seeing people now kind of be like, "Yo, I really fuck with J. Cole." It's kind of funny to see it, like how fast people are like, "Oh, I really fuck with J. Cole." It's like, damn, nigga, I've been on J. Cole music since like 2009, 2010. By the time you catch up. But anyway, um, so yeah, tonight is gonna be that. Sorry about that. But yeah, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go uh 10 to 1. So I've already written down the songs, and yeah. So I feel like I'm gonna do a lot of honorable mentions tonight. But honorable mention to the songs that I didn't put on this list. Some of these are compounded of some of his mixtape songs when I started first listening to him, uh, and some album cuts that if you are listening to J. Cole's albums, you probably realize why I said these are the songs that I really fuck with the most. I could have easily went with the radio records, that he has, the few that he has as a radio records, but that also, sorry, um, I don't have a lot of features because they're not technically J. Cole records. Because J. Cole don't really do a lot of features, especially when he was young, early in his career. He didn't do a lot of features. So, uh, yeah, I don't have really a lot of features on here. Uh, and if you are a J. Cole fan, yes, it was difficult to compound 10 fucking songs. It was very fucking hard. I'm still to this day, before I even got on here, I was like looking at it, I'm like, God damn, there's some songs I'm missing. But they're gonna get the honorable mention. And so honorable mention to Losing My Balance off of the warm up mixtape. Growing Up Simba. I know. I didn't even put Growing Up Summer on here. That's crazy, right? Um, Dollar in the Dream 3 off of his first album, Forbidden Fruit with him and Kendrick off of Born Sinner. Also Sparks Will Fly with him and Janae Aiko. That's one of my favorite songs by him. New York Times with him, Boz at 50, another classic. Um, Lost Ones. Yeah, I didn't even put that on here. So some people probably really listen to this list and be like, that shit is trash. But like I said, none of the out like radio records. So no workout on here. No role models. I love those songs, but they got so played out, man. It's so much shit. I'm like, God damn. No power trip with him and Miguel. Nope. I didn't even put that on here. So I really had to sit down and listen to these fucking songs. And, and some people and so this is the last song that kind of I had on the list and then I just took it off it. Lights Please. I just took Lights Please off the list. And I tell you why. I love Lights Please. Lights Please is one of my favorite songs. Like really probably one of my favorite songs I gravitated towards when I first started listening to J. Cole. So of course I fuck with Lights Please. And for a lot of fans of J. Cole, that's probably was the first song you've ever heard by J. Cole. Was Lights Please, the video, everything. Um I love the song, man. And I might actually still put it on here. But for right now, compared to what I personally this is my personal top 10 list of J. Cole songs. So shout out to all the great records that he has. So Neighbors are not on here. Lights Please is not on here. Who That is not on here. Workout is not on here. Nobody's Perfect with him and Missy. It's not on here. Um, yeah. Uh, Growing Up Fast with when you take the David Ruffin record. Um, no Visions from Home. Uh, yeah. So it's really just like these top 10 songs. I feel like I gotta make a disclaimer before I go into the top 10 list for all the J. Cole fans out there. Uh, yeah, no wet dreams. So yeah, I just those songs get to the point where it's just like yeah, I love them, but it's just they get played out so fast. So like I said, I'm going 10-1. So yeah, let's get into it. So at number 10, I swapped this, even though I had it at the number that I had it, but I swapped it just a moment ago. So starting out the list at number 10 for J. Cole, man. For me, excuse me, personally, uh, is I Get Up. That is my number 10 record. For me personally. I Get Up is such a fire song. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's between this and Roll Call. If you know Roll Call. Uh, I Get Up is on. I want to say the warm up. Mixtape. Uh, Such a fire fucking song. If you ever heard it. What he said on the beginning. Uh, what he said on the beginning. Um, I got hoes blowing up my line. Ain't no use to small talking when they know I'm trying to ball and fuck 'em. My mind's. I talk to them later. My mind's elsewhere. My mom's healthcare. Get her out this hell here. Some niggas failed. Some niggas won't even prevail here. Man, I seen it all. Can't even spell scared. Yo, I might be a fresh prince, but yo, my city ain't no Bel Air. Like, don't worry about my welfare. So farewell to them broke days and bonjour to the most paid. I do some dope shape. I put some chains on my niggas like I own slaves. Like he was just going. And when he was like, like trusting his government is like trusting the devil with rebel with quotes. I get up, see the sun shine and like son of yeah, like I get up is such a you gotta go listen to it. But this was one of them songs that you realize that, oh shit, this dude different. Like, he's saying shit that I fucking relate to. And like even when he says, I'm supposed to fuck with the president when he ain't never been broke. when he ain't never rolled through the ghetto, and when he ain't never rolled through the ghetto, we ain't never been close. Like that's some shit you hear, you like, damn, yeah, I kind of see where you going with that. So yeah, I Get Up is definitely number 10 on my list, man. It's one of them songs that, especially when the presidential election was going on, I listened to that song a lot. So, you know, 2020 election and 2016 election. So both elections, I was kind of like listening to the song a lot. So it easily crept up to the number 10 spot for me personally as a J. Cole fan. You know, like I said, y'all got y'all list, but I got mine, and I got Get Up on my list. Uh, and number 9 is where it gets a little bit tricky. At number 9, uh, Let Nas Down. Yeah, yeah. See, Let Nas Down. A lot of people probably be like, "That's your favorite J Cole song? That's one of your favorite songs off of Born Sinner, off the songs you said earlier with Trouble and Runaway and Crooked Smile and Power Trip and Miss America and Born Sinner and you know Forbidden Fruit with him and Kendrick and Sparks Will Fly with him and Janae Aiko and New York Times with him and 50 and Boz. Like that's your favorite J Cole song of a Born Sinner? Yeah, this was a very anticipated song because I remember when the song was rumored, and I remember a lot of people being like, "Oh, I want to listen to that. I gotta hear that." And again, it goes off of what I remember, particularly about when this album dropped. And I remember uh, playing that song for my oldest sister, who just celebrated her birthday yesterday. Love you, Nui. Uh, but I remember playing this song because I think she was like, I ain't a really a big J. Cole fan. And then I played her this song, and this is the first time I played her, and she heard it and was just like, "Oh, I like that. I like that song from J. Cole." And so it's kind of cool to connect something with my sister. But I remember a lot letting Nas down when the rumor came out that he had a song like that. A lot of people was like, "Is he dissing? Is he going at Nas? What is that title? What does that title really mean?" And you've heard people like rappers give appreciation to the people they grew up listening to, but when you hit a hook, when you hit a chorus, the hook, where Nas is rapping first, and then he goes into the first verse, but then he goes into the hook. You know, you know, Pac was like Jesus. Nas wrote the Bible. Like, hope your idols never become your rivals. Like, it just tells you right then and there, like, shit has changed. And even in the first verse where he's like, when he said Jay heard you, Jay called Karaj called my phone and told me Nas heard your singer and he hate that shit. Said you the one, yo. Why you make that shit? I can't believe I let Nas down. Like he talking about his homie hitting him up and telling him that Nas heard your single and he hated it. Like he talked about how, he loved like workout became such a massive fucking hit. And he would think that like his idol Nas would actually understand that position that he's in to have to formulate a big fucking single. And then he gets a call from his homie that knows Nas, and he's like, "Yo, Nas hated that fucking song. He like, you the one. You gonna be the guy. Why are you making records for fucking radio like that? Why is that such a bigger thing for you?" And he even says that, like labels are arcade from a lady with their outcomes. They don't know. What they said. They don't know how. They don't know rap. They don't go to the shows and study the fans. I go to the shows. I actually perform these songs. I study their hearts. Like when he talk about like dropping Friday Night Lights, how that blew, and then he now the Nas comparisons was coming true. See, still no release from the date. No, still no release date from the labels. Are they insane? Goose told me play the game, but change the game on the way. I let Nas down. Like he just is rapping about how the beginning of pretty much his success and now becoming a household name, it kind of rubbed his idol the wrong fucking way. Even him saying, yo, like Jay, like Like when he goes into like even at the end of the verse, at the end of the song, his last verse where he's like, if I could believe in a bigger picture, I always believed in a bigger picture. If I could listen, if I could get I could get the fans outside my core to listen more than I can open a door. Introduce them to honesty, show them that they mean more. The difference between the Pretenders and the Kendrick Lamars. So he's already bigging up Kendrick. Like this is right after Kendrick dropped Good Kid, Mad City. So he is bigging up Kendrick. Like yo, like I see how you're gonna be. You're gonna be that guy. I might not be it, but you will. So him to already big up Kendrick, that's crazy. And you know, and that's his comparison. And I've always said, I'm a bigger Cole fan than I am a Kendrick fan. A lot of people love Kendrick, but I'm like Cole gives me what Kendrick does, but better. That's just my opinion. Cole gives me what Kendrick's supposed to give y'all, but he gives it better. And I actually understand where J. Cole is actually coming from way more than the Kendrick. Because I feel like Kendrick kind of like, he kind of eludes it a little bit for me personally. But for J. Cole to rap about, I let Nas down, it shows his humbleness. It shows his ability to understand his self awareness to know that his idol, somebody he idolized, he even talks about like meeting him at, OVO Fest, pretty much. When he says the first like he meets him backstage at a shook his hand and let him know that he's the man. When he said he was a fan, it was so hard to understand. No time to soak up the moment though, because I was in a jam. Hove keep asking what the radio keep playing. The record what the radio keep playing. I was striking out for months. Now I feel. Jeter under pressure. Made the biggest hit of my career, but at first niggas had no idea. Nas Jay called me with a my homie called me with a sounding sad busted shit. Told me Nas heard the single and he hated that shit. Said you the one, yo, why you make that shit? Like my heart sunk to my stomach. I can't believe I let Nas down. And then to hear that, and then of course getting the remix of Nas actually responding to him and saying, "Yo, you never let me down, man. I was just speaking from what I used to be, what I was coming into the game, and I had to look at it from that perspective. So I was just trying to big you up. But yeah, I might have came at you the wrong way on it, but I respect you still. And that was pretty interesting to hear Nas actually give him that like you didn't let Nas down. Like it was kind of cool to hear Nas give him that respect back and say, "Yo, like you didn't let me down, bro." So I respect that, man. That's one of the reasons why it's one of my favorite J. Cole songs, is the fact that he was able to take himself out of position and literally say, I went to hell and this is for the man that said that hip hop was dead. I went to hell and resurrected. How could you fail to respect it? Like to hear that. It didn't hear Nas give him his respect back. It was like, all right, yeah, definitely. This is one of those songs. So yeah. Number 8, again, I kind of moved some songs up, but number 8 to me is by J. Cole. My favorite J. Cole song at number 8 to me personally is Crunch Time. Off of uh Truly Yours, the first one. The first Truly Yours, Crunch Time. Um he had a lot of my favorite songs off of Crunch Time. Rise Above, Stay, um Can I Holla at You when he took the Lauryn Hill? Oh my God, man, that's just classic, man. But Crunch Time is such a different. Some of y'all might see it if you follow like some of the J. Cole fans on YouTube. I mean, on YouTube. Yeah, on YouTube, but also on TikTok and Instagram. You see these videos, and one of the clips is a verse from J. Cole. Is actually at the end of the song. You know, fuck what they talking. It ain't like life come often. Only thing worse than death is a regret filled coffin. So die before you try. Always wonder what if. I thank the Lord for this wonderful gift, looking for strength in this crunch time. But the beginning verse is still it's fire as fuck when he just starts off like I moved to work out my mama house, got me a little old crib. I always fantasize if I went to college instead. Would I be happily married instead of broken and wet? My nigga made a major move. I told my sister as I kissed her cheek, I'm better off dead, cause fucking with this white has all been downhill like a sled. Now listen, I know they said you make your own beds, but but tell me who supplied these sheets with the cheap ass thread? And deny about the feds, he can't see past bread. And I do exactly what the man in the ski mask says. Okay, survive, survive on my only crime. I gotta be on my job. A lot of my homies gone. It's just, and that shit is classic, man. Like, go and when you see this episode, man, go listen to this song, man. It is one of them songs, man. Again, if you're a J. Cole fan, you listen to anything the man put out, and that is one of them songs where you hear it and immediately you connect with it. Like you connect to the authenticity of it. You understand, like, oh wow. And this is right after, this is right before Born Center. So he dropped two EPs, Truly Yours, and Truly Yours Part Two. And both EPs are just like legendary. Um, there's always been a rumor he had a third. I don't know. I've always heard it was a third. I don't know, but yeah, the first EP got a lot of my favorite songs. Even the second one. The second one got a lot of my favorite songs too. Head Buster, Cold Summer, um, Three Wishes, um, Chris Tucker, Kenny Lofton with him and Jeezy is one. Oh man, I forgot about that song. Hell yeah. See what I'm saying? Like it's like Kenny Lofton, bro, is such a fire fucking song, man. If you never heard Kenny Lofton, I would ask you to go listen to it. It is the best fucking song too, man. But to me, Crunch Time, I related so much with Crunch Time is one of them. And of course, again, a lot of these songs are where I was in my life at the time. And um Crunch Time was one of them songs I listened to, and I kept listening to it, and it was just like, yeah, man, this shit is different. Um, my last year in high school. So it was like, yeah, this is different. But yeah, it's number 8 on my list. Number 7, O3 Anacene. Yeah. Number 7, O3 Anacene. Um, I talked about this when I did the 2014 Forest Hills Drop album breakdown. And I talked about how much I love this song. And O3 Annadale Scene is probably the best uh introspective song I've heard from him. And that's saying a lot. Um, when you talk about songs that he has like Change on For Your Eyes Only, or you know, uh Trouble, or of a Born Sinner, or no, I would say that. I would say Chain Gang, uh no, Chaining Day, Chaining Day off of Born Center, or songs like that. This is one of those where you know he just the fucking beat, the way it comes in, just oh my god. What he says on there, like he says things change, rearrange, and so do I. It ain't always for the better, dog. I can't lie. I get high 'cause them lows can be so cold. I might bend a little bit, but I don't fold. One time for my mind and two fuck yours. I got food for your thoughts to soothe your soul. If you see my tears fall, just let me be. Moving along, nothing to see. That shit that hit, and it's like, yo, what the fuck? I always did shit the hard way. My niggas slinging in the hallway, burnt CDs and trees like this was Broadway, Times Square. Kept the dimes there in the locker. Some Reggie Miller with more bronze hair than Jim Parker. Like, yeah, damn, nigga. Yo, that shit hit. And then he goes into, like I said, when I did the 2014 Forest Hills Drive episode, the, fucking personal. Like the fact that the man at the end of the song could bring it to a story. It could bring it to a crescendo where he's literally telling you. He goes home, P game, such his mama's keychain, took her whip, the appeal too ill to reframe. I hit the boulevard, put up to my nigga front door. His mama at home, she still let him hit the blunt door. I told her hello and sat with my nigga and laugh and talk about how we gonna smash all them bitches in class. It's just like the fact that this nigga just put all that shit into a song. It is a picture. You're really going back to him with in time what that particular set of life is, and it's just like it just adds. And nigga say, did I ask? Like I tell my nigga like put me on. He just laughed when he seen I was sure. 17 years breathing. His demeanor said more. He told me, nigga, you know how you sound right now? If you wasn't my man's, I would think that you a clown right now. Now listen, you everything I want to be. That's why I fucks with you. So how you looking up to me when I look up to you? You better go get a degree. I'm gonna be stuck with two choices: either graduate to wait or sell a number two for what? $100 or two a week? Think you would know what to do if you was me? I got four brothers, one mother that don't love us. If they ain't want us, why the fuck they never will rub us? I felt ashamed to ever complain about my lack of gear and thought about how far we done came. But trailer parks in the front yard to trees in the sky. Thank you, mama. Dry your eyes. There ain't no reason to cry. You made a genius and I ain't gonna take it for granted. I ain't gonna settle for lesser. I ain't gonna take what they handed. No, I'm gonna show me what you taught me and show you that I can fly and show old girl what she missing. The illest nigga alive. Now who am I? And it's just like, God damn, nigga, why would you do that? God damn, to hear that though, like, oh my god, like, bruh, like that is one of them songs off of 2014 Forest Hills Drive. I love 2014 Forest Hills Drive. Man, I could have put so many songs off of that album on here, but it wouldn't be fair. It wouldn't be fair because it's way more songs that I loved a little bit more than that. And man, it might be number 7 on this list. But man, oh man, oh man. Ah, shit. Yeah. Damn. If I could, I'd probably bump it up a little bit higher because I just rapped that shit and now I'm like thinking about it. I'm like, ooh, Lord. But I'm gonna keep it at number 7. I'm gonna keep it at number 7. And when y'all see this, y'all can comment on it and see what y'all can change it if y'all feel some type of way about that. But yeah. But yeah, it's number 7 on here, man. Um, Number 6 is I'm going off J. Cole project. Now I said I don't do features, but this isn't technically a feature, even though it's on somebody else's shit. They did actually drop the song as a collective unit. Excuse me. But number 6 is Jermaine's Interlude off of DJ Khaled's album. I want to say, nah, it's not. Is it Major Key? I don't think it's Major Key. But it's off of the album where he had I Got the Keys with Future for Free with Drake. I forgot the name of that album. Y'all might know what I'm talking about. It might be I Got the Key. Yeah, it might be Major Key. It might be, I don't fucking know. It's one of them albums. I fucking forgot. But it was like peak DJ Khaled success. Like right at like 2016 DJ Khaled, where everywhere he went it was just like, okay, nigga, really? Um but he had everybody on this fucking album. I mean, Jay Z, Future. It was, I think, the first time him and Jay Z. No, second time him and Jay Z did it. He had Jay Z, Future. He had Drake. He had Big Sean and Kendrick. He had Holy Key. That's the fucking album called, I think. Holy Key. Um, but yeah, he had Drake. He had Future. He had Big Sean and Kendrick do a song together with Betty Wright. Like he had Bryson Tiller. He had Yeah, he got some hits. And this is the album we had also he remade Lovers and Friends with August, Chris Brown, Future, Jeremiah, Rick Ross, Nicki. So that's that album. Yeah. So right in the cusp of that album, like maybe track 4, 5 is this song. And I remember listening to this album. I remember it leaked. I remember it leaked first, and I remember listening to this song because I was listening to. I was trying to get. It was some song I was trying to listen to, and I tapped on this one. But I was like, "What is Jermaine's interlude?" I was like, "I know that's J Cole," but I'm like, "Jermaine's interlude." Okay, let me hear this. And I heard the verse. I heard the song, and I was like, "Yo, I got this as a ringtone." That's how much I loved this this fucking song. The song is technically called Can't Call It, and it's him and Earth Gang. I think JID's on there. It's a Dreamville song, but the verse he gave the verse to Khaled before the song physically came out with everybody. And I heard this song, man, and I'm like, with one song, it was the best song of the project. Now, again, maybe I'm biased, but this is when Drake had For Free with Khaled. This is like, you know, do you mind what August and Chris and Nicki and them? I got the keys with Jay and Future, Holy Key with Kendrick and Big Sean. This is my favorite song of the project. Taurus with Travis Scott and Lil Wayne. Like he had some hits off this bitch, and this is my favorite song. Now, I will be remiss to say I don't know what it is, but when him and Khaled do songs, when Khaled can get a J Cole verse, they kill it. Hell Kitchen of suffering from success to also they ready off of Kiss the Ring, which is him, is Cole, Kendrick, and Big Crit. They don't miss when they do songs together. Like they don't miss, and this was a perfect example. But this was the song that I fucking loved. And to hear J Cole, can't call it, can't call it. I never came from deep pockets. Say what? Why can't I make a deposit? And then J Cole just comes on there, and now you started. You know what's crazy is now it's like getting on TikTok and shit. And people now like playing his verse a little bit more and more, and you're seeing it. Like I said, if you follow like the J Cole pages, this is one of them songs when he literally starts the verse and says, tables do turn, labels do burn. The moment they ask you to sell your soul, don't you do it, don't you fold, say fuck that shit, it be bold. All them stories you told on records were more than gold and never go gold again. At least you would know that the end of the road was chose by you and not companies who was trying that out here to try to control your mode. But how the truth out my know, don't mind me, I'm just high again, smoking weed and get by again. No, actually I'm lying because smoking has got me smiling and then rhyming like I rhyme baby back when I would play the violin. It was just like the fact that he was going in. And this is like also where I think he really said, did all that I could do now while I play with thoughts of retirement. Like it just tells you what he was at in that time frame. And this is before now this is after 2014 Forest Hills Drive. And we ain't heard a J. Cole verse a record in a minute actually around this time. So this like it is 2016. So yeah, man. So for him to do that, it was like, damn, man. Like shit, this is different. And it's one of my favorite songs. Like I said, I got this as a ringtone. That's how much I fuck with this song. So yeah. Uh, now we get to the top five. Oh shit. At number five, off of Friday Night Lights, premeditated murder. I want to preface this by saying this is my sister's favorite song. Shout out to Nancy. This is one of my sister's favorite songs, and one of mine too. This that mixtape into its own totality. I can't wait when it does hit uh digital streaming services because it's one of those projects that changed mixtapes. in 2000s, like the early 2009, 2010, like late at the end of 2009, early 2010s. This was like, oh shit. I would say this is so far gone. Just changed like your mindset on what mixtapes for a lot of these up and coming artists was gonna be. And premeditated murder off of this project. You know what he says. Am I changing right before your eyes, becoming someone you don't recognize? As if I was the skies. I'm on that shit. As if I touch your lies. If I'm touching skies, what he said, I'm flying high, no puffy lie. Man, these songs that I made in my bedroom and shit gonna probably get a nigga leg room in the whip from a Civic from a Civic to what he said, from a Civic to a shit range. I think he said from a Civic to a range. Yeah, premeditated murder is one of them songs. Even at the end when he's just like when he's singing the hook out. It's one of them songs, man. Friday Night Lights is as a project. Like I said, Friday Night Lights as a project by J. Cole just changed the mixtape game. I think that a lot of people. I might actually do a top 10 list of like top 10 mixtapes of like the 2010s, and I don't know if it'd be number one, but it probably damn sure in the 2000s. For the last 20 years, mixtapes. I feel like right now, man, this is that song though. And I could have went with any other song off that project out there mixtape, man. I could have went a lot of songs. I love that project to death. Two Faces, Home for the Holidays, um, Autograph. Yeah, Autograph. Uh, um, in the morning, even though in the morning with him and Drake was actually on his first album, it really was on Friday Night Lights first. Um, but yeah, premeditated murder is such a you know it's such a classic, man. It's a classic song. Coming in at number four, how incredible this is. At number four is For Your Eyes Only, off of the album For Your Eyes Only. It's a long song, but it's so worth it. This might be the best. I would say if you ask me a song that connects you to your favorite artist, right? Or what type of music that your favorite artist make that you love so much, I will play this song for somebody and say this is why I love J. Cole as the artist that he is. From the beginning to the end, you know this song if you are a J. Cole fan. If you know this song and you are a J. Cole fan, this song matters to you. This is probably one of the best storytelling songs I've heard in years. It's one of them songs, man. Like I said, it's like 8 minutes long. It's the last song off the project, but it's so fucking worth it. It's so fucking worth it. The fact that he's explaining for three verses how his he's talking to his friend's daughter, pretty much, and telling her how fucked up his life was, pretty much. And then you kind of get the reasoning for the album For Your Eyes Only, and how in this one song he encapsulate the entire project and why it meant so much for him to do this project. And the song, like I said, it's four verses, but it's worth it, man. It's fucking worth it. When he literally goes at the end, he says, "Your daddy called me, told me he had a funny feeling. What he been dealing with lately, he wasn't telling. I tried to prick his brain, still he wasn't revealing. Still he wasn't revealing. but I could hear the panic in his voice, and it was chilling. He said, "Jermaine, I know you since we was children. I never asked for nothing. When times came, I never asked. I never helped. Never asked you to help me deal with my repercussions. I dealt with the repercussions of my actions. I know you try to stem me away from that shit, but that shit was in my blood. You know my life. I know your mama, nigga. Send my love. And even if we never get the chance to speak again, I won't forget the weekend spent living at your crib. That's the way I wish my family lived. But my granny's crib was in a jet. I had to interject like, nigga, what you talking about? Fuck is you getting at? Like the fucking the, the fact that he's explaining having a call with his friend and him trying to explain to him like, yo, I'm not gonna be here to explain my life and explain like this path I took in my life to my daughter. And even at the end, when J. Cole is breaking it down to why her daddy was a real one to him. He's like, what? Your daddy was a real nigga, not because he hard, not because he was the first nigga to get some pussy 12 years old, not because he was a nigga, not because he was riding on cars on some spokes. Like your daddy was a real nigga because he loved you. Like he was explaining to her, breaking it down to like all of the decisions he made to be in the position he was in. But he explains at the end, like, yo, your daddy was a real one because he actually loved you. He loved you. And that to me was like, wow, that's classic shit. That the build up at the end just to get to the point where this album was meant for you. This is, and he even says, like this album would have been tucked away in the hard drive like valuable jewels, but instead you're listening to it. I had to release it because your dad is in this position. So it just tells you right there and there how much of an artist J. Cole really is. So that's one of my favorite songs, and it's up there, man. Uh, Number three, Tears for ODB. Now, it's not like For Your Eyes Only, and it's not like Jermaine's in a Loop, and it's not like Letting Eyes Down. It's not like Crunch Time, but it's my favorite song from J. Cole from a perspective of you know how success looks to him. And I think that's something that a lot of people don't really generally understand. Like success to, I don't know the man, but I would assume success to him is like I just wanted to be in a position where I was financially well off, and now I'm in a position where people know who the fuck I am. Like, but to hear Tears for ODB when he starts off, Tears for ODB, drug induced poetry. What's the use? Struggle from that drug abuse. So is me. 80s baby, so I know my pops was getting high. In the 90s, me and mama barely getting by. 2000s, I was concentrating on more getting fly, getting bitches, getting rich to get the shit I couldn't buy. You know the story. You know my allegory. I was sent from heaven with a set of horns. They better warn y'all. I'm here to just to kick some witty metaphors, dog. It's more the type of shit you spit instead of war off, Nick. Because niggas be po, get money and still don't know why the fuck they can't cop a house. The system in and lock us out. But I'm knocking down the door. I'm strapped up with a faux. Robin Hood shit. And yeah, I'm hood rich. That's good enough to stay in new kicks and a good whip, get good head from a good bitch. I'm a two shit, so I can tell you straight up. Like just the fact that he just put all that shit to one like, you know, verse. It's like, damn, nigga, like, yeah, man. Um, Even in the hook where he's like, when he says, you know, what he said, you know, life is what you make it. Life is what you make it. He was like, life is what you make it. I'd rather die before I fake it. Like he's like, I'd rather die before I fake it. They try to say, you know, what he said, like they telling me to stay, but I'm just trying to make it, stay straight up, like straight up. They saying, what the damn? I forgot what the fuck that hook was. I'm getting frustrated now because of that, like, because I fucking rap this song like every other day. They say life is what you make it. They say life is what you make it, but I'm just trying to make it straight up. Like he's like, they tell me life is what you make it, but I'm just trying to make it. So straight up, like, give a fuck if I take it. They say life is what you make it. Give a fuck if I take it. Some shit like that. I forgot the fucking hook. But it's not like the songs that I've loved by J. Cole. And it's not, and it's more of a reprimandum of where he is right at that time in his career. And I get how people could be like, well, this isn't like this songs and these are not. But I don't care about that. I think Tears for ODB is such a pretty dope fucking song. It's kind of hard not to fuck with it to me personally. And this is also off of Truly Yours, uh, the EP. So just like Crunch Time, you know, this was one of those songs. So yeah, um, so go listen to that EP. Um, and number two, uh, and number two, Love Yours. I've said this numerous times. Off of 2014 Forest Hills Drop. I've said this numerous times. Love Yours is one of those songs, man. I cannot dispute that this is probably one of my favorite songs. Not just by J. Cole, but just probably by any artist. I think it's one of them songs that you just remember where you were when you heard it. Some people say this is an album cut. Some people say, but if you go to J. Cole concert, he performs the song every time. Every time I've seen him, he's performed the song. So, and he even says this is his favorite song. And then when I heard 2014 Forest Hills Drive, this was the song I gravitated towards. More than no role models, way more than Wet Dreams, all that shit. Outside of maybe '03 and this Annadale scene, Love Yours is definitely that song I gravitated towards. Um, it technically ends the project because at the end of the album is just notes to self, which is not even a thing, but it's just instrumental, and he was just thanking people. But excuse me, Love Yours is one of them songs, man. And I think that if if you ask me, man, as a J. Cole fan, what song would you say is the best J. Cole song off of an album that he's ever done? Love Yours would be my song. It would be the song. I say Love Yours is the best song he's ever put on an album that I've ever heard. Because the best song he's ever put out to me ever, isn't on an album. It's on a mixtape. Riding Out number one, my favorite song by J. Cole of all time. It's Too Deep for the intro. Friday Night Lights. All for Friday Night Lights, I should say. This was the song when J. Cole became my favorite artist. This was the song when J. Cole became my favorite rapper. This was the song that made me realize, damn, I really do fuck with this dude. So much so I gotta go back and listen to Don't You Know by Erica Badu so much so just to be like, damn, I see why he took this fucking song. It's my sophomore year in high school. This song, this mixtape comes out Friday Night Lights, and I immediately gravitate towards it. I would say it's the second track off Friday Night Lights, and it just I remember my brother played me this song. There's another thing. My brother played me this song. He's like, man, listen to this shit, and I heard it, and immediately I was like, yo, who is this? Because the way he was talking on it wasn't like 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 a cocky motherfucker. Like he wasn't like at that time you had to realize a lot of niggas was talking that shit. Like I'm the best to ever do it right now, nigga. Like I'm just starting. I know I am, but I'm the best to ever do it. Where he kind of had a subtleness to it. It was a humbleness to it. You know, when he literally says, going to school, looking at the white boys. No, my mama wasn't buying that shit. I ain't crying a bit, man. That's just life. That's how that shit work. You reach your hand to fire, or you'll pull it back when you get burnt. God learn when you get hurt, even if it's with Cupid. He beat you and you went back. He's officially stupid. Oh yeah, I understand. That's your man. You had a plan. You've been together for some years. You sticking with him for them kids. But we both know that's a bad look. Cause 20 years from now, your daughter probably get her ass whipped. Look, it is too deep for the intro. I found another use. But just in case it's perfect, let me introduce. It's Cole. Like when he said, I like, yo, that shit hit different. I like, yo, that shit hit different. When he and it's probably as a J. Cole fan, you know particularly one part of this song. At the end of this song, at the end of his verse, on the second verse, when he literally says, when he said what? Throwing hands by the bathroom. See, some niggas didn't know that I was rapping. See, some niggas was haters that I just viewed as clowns. At 14, I knew I wasn't the nicest dude around. I gotta make a move. I gotta do this now. If they don't know your dreams, then they can't shoot them down. I was done. He sold me. I was like, done. I'm in. Fuck it. You got it. Because that's a quote that you hear and you just immediately be like, yeah, yeah. If they don't know your dreams, then they will shoot it down. You know how many times people I wanted to do something and somebody be in my life and be like, nah, I don't think that fits you. Nah, that ain't good for you. Nah, I don't see that. So when you hear that shit from somebody that is going through a position where they're trying to become something and be remembered, you hear that from somebody, you relate to it even faster. You relate to that person even quicker. And that's kind of what happened was I just related to the song and I related to him, and which made me prompt me to be like, man, who is this dude? And if it wasn't for this particular song, the rest of this list wouldn't have mattered because that song set off me being a fan of his. And yes, it is going to be number one because this is personal. This is a personal list of mine. To a lot of people, For Your Eyes Only might be the greatest J. Cole song because a lot of people love it. To a lot of people, they be like, how the hell you ain't got no songs from, off season? To me, off season still got to grow a little bit more on me. So a lot of people, Forbidden Fruit should be on this out list. But that's because you just fuck with Kendrick so much. Is it really a great song? You know what I'm saying? To a lot of people, they want no role models. They want, but to me, if it wasn't for Too Deep for the Intro, none of this list would matter because Too Deep for the Intro became that song that made me be like, yo, I I think I found my favorite rapper of this decade. And for the last however long my life has, for however long the 2010s have spent records, J. Cole and Drake have been the two people that I've always debated who is my favorite rapper. And I realized Drake is my favorite rap artist. He's my favorite artist, but Cole is my favorite rapper. What Cole does musically, rap wise, I don't think Drake could do. But it's certain things J. Cole does that Drake does that J. Cole can't do. And that is why they're separate to me. That's why Drake is my favorite artist, but J. Cole is my favorite rapper. And yes, I can have two. Like people probably hear that and be like, "What the fuck?" Drake's a rapper. I get that he's a rapper, but he does so many things that is just different. But Too Deep for the Intro is just that song for me, man. It to me, I'm be honest. If I pass the day tomorrow, man, I would want people to play that song first at my funeral. I want them to play that song as they bring me in, and then you can play "Love Yours" as you're bringing me out. That is literally the way I would do it, like because those are like those two songs, man. And yeah, so let me recap this list, man. Number one, Too Deep for the Intro by J. Cole. This is a J Cole list, and let me say it like that. This is a J Cole top 10 songs list. And number one, Too Deep for the intro, off of Friday Night Lights, the mixtape. Number two, Love Yours, off of 2014 Forest Hills Drive. Number three, Tears for ODB, off of Truly Yours. Number four, For Your Eyes Only, off of For Your Eyes Only. Number five, Premeditated Murder, off of Friday Night Lights as well. Number six, uh, Jermaine's Interlude, off of Major Key, a Holy Key. I don't know what the fuck that damn album is called by DJ Khaled. It's one of them fucking albums where he was in the forest with the fucking cover. I don't know what the fuck. I think it's Holy Key. I think it might be Holy Key, but Holy Key. Um, but yeah. I know people gonna be like, "Nigga, you know what album is on?" It's Jermaine's Interlude. That's all the fuck I gave a fuck about. That's number six. Number seven, '03 Annandale Scene, off of 2014 Forest Hills Drive. Number eight, Crunch Time, off of Truly Yours. Number nine, Let Nas Down, off of Born Center, and number 10, I Get Up, off of the Warm Up. So that is the list. And I said his name earlier, and I'm gonna explain why I said Drake, because that is the next person I will be doing my top 10 songs on. So Drake is the next artist that I will be doing it. I don't know when I'm gonna sit down and do that one. That list is gonna be a little harder to do. I'm gonna be honest with you, because Drake got a lot of fucking hits. So I gotta go into his deep, deep cuts of his songs. I actually was listening to a song today, and I was like, "Oh nah, this is gonna definitely be on the list." So I gotta get really into his deep cuts and really listen to it. Sort through all the hits and really listen to the songs that I genuinely like. I remember where I was when I heard this. So yeah, but that is the list, man. I hope you guys enjoy this when it comes out. I hope you guys enjoy it. And if you want me, send in the comments people that you think I should be doing lists on. Uh, this was fun. I enjoyed this shit a lot. I really, really enjoyed this shit a lot. Also, J. Cole will be in another debate that I will be doing. J. Cole versus no, I'm not doing a J. Cole debate because I think J. Cole will win regardless. I would probably pick J. Cole regardless. So I'm not doing a debate with J. Cole. Um, but yeah. Uh he's gonna be the first artist I'm gonna do two albums on. So I did 2014 Forest Hills Drive on him. I'm gonna do Friday Night Lights. So he's gonna be the first artist I do a mixtape on the album breakdown. So get ready for that. Drake is the next artist for when I do the top 10 list, top 10 songs list. The next debate. Let me see what I'm gonna do. The next debate on. Next debate will be what I said. Let me see. Yeah. So the next debate is gonna be Jeezy, Thug Motivation 101 versus the Recession. So that is the next debate. The next album breakdown will be Kendrick Lamar, Damn. And the next artist on the list, that I will be technically breaking down next is what I said I wanted to break. The next artist I'm gonna break down, Justin Timberlake. Justin Timberlake is the next artist that I'm gonna talk about. So that's Life and Times of Music, man. I hope you guys enjoy this, and yeah. Till then, I'm Brandon Janeau. Peace.